Hi, this is Lifter from Grog and Lifter, presenting you a BT14 box opening because, well, I managed to win this in a tournament. So yeah, deck used was Tetra Drive Dragon, which kind of the Resending Vanguard, so it was actually quite powerful. So yeah, without further ado, let's open the box. So let's do this. Cut list. Yeah, it's okay. Whatever. Let's do this. First pack. 1, 2, 3. Nothing. Okay. Lion, Genesis, Naru, Kagero, and look, this is our Quintet War. I'm sorry, no, this is not. This is Musketeers Perfect Guard, which Neonectar could actually use because they can reshuffle this back in, unlike the previous one in BT05. So it's actually quite useful for Cecilia builds. Okay, so let's Lion, Mura, Kumo. Is this Kagero? Yes, Kagero, man. Kagero, Neonectar, and Kagero starter. It's a new starter that allows you to burn something, to retire something by putting it in soul when you retire something. Oh well, that doesn't really make sense, but yeah. So basically the effect is that you can push this guy into soul when you retire a opponent's unit by a card effect, and opponent must choose one of his own rearguards to retire. So it's kind of like a 1-for-1 thing, but then this doesn't use Counter Blast because Kagero actually uses Counter Blast. So maybe you can try this over Conro. Naru, Genesis, Kagero, RPN. This is the 10k booster for Dauntless units by Soul Blasting 1 plus 6k, so you can try this for 21k early column or something. Genesis, GP, Kagero. This is interesting though, because you can actually prevent intercepts for 1 turn. You can actually try it, it's actually not bad. Nope, nothing. Mura, Neo, GP, RPN. Nope, this is Sanctuary of Light, Grade 0, the new right chain for Royal Paladin. This is a damage unflipper for Gold Paladins, which you can try because it actually Soul Blast to unflip 2 damage, which means you can actually use 7 Counter Blast barring heals, so you can actually give it a try. But it's not called Liberator, so you might have Counter Blast issues. But regarding a special Counter Blast, 2, 3, 4, and this is a Dauntless Grade 2 12k attacker, so it's a Burning Horn in a sense. Nothing interesting. 3, 4. This is a new starter for Azo decks, which is kind of useful because once you boost a Azo unit and this deck hits, you can actually push it kind of so the superior call the top 2 cards of your deck. So it doesn't use any counter blast, so it's actually not bad, which helps you to flood field for Azo Scissors Limbrick and Platina Azo's Ultimate Break. 2, 3, 4, and oh my gosh, it's this Minerva! So yes, this is Minerva, our new Genesis Ace unit, which pretty much is a descendant on Crack in a sense. It also has cross-ride status with the new trial deck, so you can actually use it together with the trial deck break ride for kind of like a cross break ride into descendant for game, kind of like 23 times 2 in a sense. Because the effect is that it allows you to restand when this card declares attack against the Vanguard by soul blasting 3, counter blasting 1, and discarding 3 Genesis units. So in a sense is that and it also plus 5,000 by its effect, so yeah. And this are the new wave of grade 2 units which allow you to access easy advantage. However, you need to the condition is that you need to ride a grade 3, then you can activate their effects. For this one, you need to ride a grade 3 Dual Knight in order to superior call a grade 1 or below Royal Paladin. So actually it's kind of like counter blast 1 for free booster, quite powerful, and it's a 9k Dual Knight, so I suppose you can use it over side view. K attacker for kind of like K clone, K and Bedivere. So this is the K clone for Azo, but you need an Azo Vanguard. So finally they get this in BT14. They're supposed to actually get this in BT19, but whatever. And this is the KFC. This is the Rising Phoenix clone for Kagero. So yeah, it kind of looks dark and evil, but whatever. I mean, Kagero kind of like needs this, so good for them. So it's Soul Blast 2 to draw 1 when you call it. So it's 5k base. It's kind of like Rising Phoenix, kind of like clone in a sense. This is the grade 2 of the Sanctuary of Light right chain. So basically when you write this over the grade 1 and you have the grade 0, and so you can superior call any Sanctuary of Light regardless of grade from your deck, free of charge. That's of course if you manage to do the right chain. This is also another new wave of units that allows you to send back the grade 3 kind of the grade 3 from your drop zone back to the bottom of the deck in order to give your grade 3s on the field 5,000 until end of turn. For this case, this is the regular units for just now you should have shown the Minerva and the Angelica Brick Ride. So yeah. Oh, this new starter is basically it's kind of like Cheer Up Liberator in BT12, but instead of plus 3,000 whenever you superior call something, your Vanguard will plus 3,000 when you retire something. You can use this Tempest Ball for free 15,000 power in the court with its own power up to prevent your opponent from guarding except with a perfect guard. So yeah, you can give this a shot. Anyways, it's an eradicator, so you can just put in the soul with throw if you don't like using the effect. Naru, nothing. And oops, this is a new break ride for for Narukami, its effect is that when you break right over it, it can counterblast one to make your opponent select 2 of its own rear guards and retire them. So technically speaking, this will be actually extremely useful with most eradicator bosses like Gauntlet Buster and Swift Command Dragon. Even older bosses like Vermilion wouldn't mind using this for cheap retiring. Its other skill is that whenever this card declares an attack and your rear guards is more than your opponent's rear guards, plus 2k. So yeah, mostly like pretty much great right stuff. Kind of want an SP for this though. nothing. And oops, okay, let's have it up for our new Kagero unit, Dauntless Drive Reverse. Basically, it turns any of your non-triggers when you limit break by counterblasting one and locking one of your own Kagero rear guards into a retire of a grade 1 or below, and this unit will gain 3000 until the end of the turn. And it's a cross break right of our best and favorite break right in Kagero called Dauntless Drive Dragon. So yeah, Dauntless Drive Reverse over Dauntless Drive Dragon, cross break right, yeah. Kind of. But yeah, this actually is quite useful because you either will get a trigger which is plus 5000 power, or you plus 3000 and you retire something. So either way, it's a win-win situation for you. This is a Thunderbreak Dragon clone for Kagero. Not sure if anybody will actually use it, but it's kind of good for budget build, I guess. You can use it with the new starter and burn 2 rear guards for Color Blast too. This is a new starter for Genesis. Basically, whenever it boosts grade 3, you can soul charge 1 regardless of whether attack hits or not. So it's kind of useful because it doesn't put itself in soul, like unlike that BT14 starter. So it will not, and it's a 5k booster, so it's always useful, I guess. But the problem is that it only soul charges 1, so it may not be enough soul charging for your deck. It's up to your discretion, I suppose. This is our new break right for Murakumo, which allows you to clone the unit that you break right over it for Color Blast 1 when you break right over this for 2 copies of the card that you break right over it. And at the phase it goes back into your hand. So it's kind of like a +2 in a sense. And you filter the deck of 2 cards, which is useful. The effect is when this card is boosted, you +2k, kind of like, most break rights. This is a new breed of rear guards that normally there's a grade 3 version that's 10k that whenever you write a grade 3 of the same clan plus 10,000 for 1 turn. So it's kind of like the grade 2 version, so you can actually call it a grade 2 and then you do a normal write and suddenly it becomes 18,000 power. Something to think about, I guess. This is the Genesis 12k attacker for regular units, the Descendant Clone that I was talking to you about. So this actually was in the trial deck, but somehow they wanted to reprint this. So yeah. Okay, this is the Murakumo Quintet War, which... Quintet to Wall! Okay, whatever. Okay, Quintet Wars are a new kind of guarding mechanism which allows you to superior call the top 5 cards of your deck into the guardian circle when you use this card as a guard for counterblast 1. It's kind of like guard efficient, but it may thin your deck of triggers, making you have less triggers in your deck, and may let you to deck out. So use this at your own discretion, I suppose. I like saying that about a lot of cards anyway. Oh well. This is grade 1 Sanctuary of Light. Basically it's like most of the new right chain, which you can look at top 7 for the grade 2 or grade 3 when you write it over the grade 1, and well, you know, if you fail to write the grade 2 right chain, you can still look at the top 7 and check. So yeah, it's kind of useful. Oh no, it's the trial deck card from Genesis. Basically it gives you 5k and 1 crit for soul plus 3, and it plus 3000 when it attacks the Vanguard. So yeah, but it's 10k base, so I don't know how many people actually use this. Okay, this is our glorified Die Lady clone for Ashley. So it gives you 3000 when gives 3000 to another rearguard when this rearguard attack hits the Vanguard when you have an Ashley Vanguard. And if you have Ashley Vanguard, when this card declares attack plus 2000, so I suppose it's an 11k attacker as well. Oh well. At least it's a double rare, so I suppose people might want it. So let's see, so far we have, oh no, this is not a foil. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, one more I suppose. Nope. Okay, when this card boosts and it successfully hits, you can put this card at the top of the deck and superior call Maiden of Sherry Blue. It's a grade 2 with 9000, so yeah. It's superior call and rest as well, so you don't get free attacks from it, but it allows you to turn your grade 1s into grade 2, I suppose. Thank you attacker for dollars. This is the Narukami version. Just now the one that I showed you was the Kagero version. So you can try this. It adds 10k when you write at Narukami grade 3. This is when you write a grade 3 Azo, you can superior call the top card of your deck for counterblast 1. You know those new wave of cards I was talking about? Yeah, this is one of the new support. Liberator Libra. Wow, the puns. Anyway, this card counterblast 2 when this card attack hits and you have a gold paladin Vanguard, it can counterblast 2 to draw 1, so Libra. It's a rare, so it's good for budget I suppose, since it's 9k anyway. $11k attacker when you have 4 rear guards or more, so I suppose it's something that Gold Paladin wanted for a while. Nothing, and This is Maiden of Sherry Bloom. This is the grade 2 that I was talking to you about. Basically, when this card deck hits, you can Counter Blast 1 and Soul Blast 1 to Superior Call the grade 1 from your deck in rest. So it's a free card. The grade 1 turns into a grade 2 that you can intercept with. The grade 2 Superior Calls the grade 1 for free. So I guess it's kind of useful. Unflipper for Neonectar. It's a Musketeer 2 from the name, so you could use it in the Musketeer deck, or any Neonectar because it's an Unflipper, which Neonectar kind of like wants extra Counter Blast in a way, so it could be useful. This is 11k attacker for Kagero when you have more rare cards than opponent, which shouldn't be a problem with all the retiring that Kagero has, so you could try using it. 10k attacker for Regalia, the Genesis, the Descendant Clone, and the Brick Right. Extend trigger, and yes, this is a very good card. Whenever you write a grade 3 Narukami, you can put this card in the soul and retire a front row. Yep, you heard that right, any grade 3 Narukami. So this is also good for non-eradicator builds, if anybody actually uses non-eradicators nowadays, like some people. And it's a 7k boost, so I suppose it's actually quite useful. Oh wow, where is that last grade, where is that last double rare? The Gold Paladin grade 2 version of that plus 10k when you write grade 3. Something, this is actually a pretty interesting unit because it allows you to Soul Blast 1 when this card's on the field to move it to anywhere you want. So if let's say your that column does not need a booster anymore, you need to move it somewhere else that needs a booster, you can do so. And it's a 7k too, so it's not that bad. This is actually not bad too, because it allows you to it's a Murakumo grade 2, which allows you to Superior Call itself, another copy of itself, when this card attack hits the Vanguard. So at the end phase you'll go back to the bottom of the deck, but it's for Counter Blast 1, so you can actually attack more, so it's kind of useful. Quintet Wall. Okay, that was dope. Okay, anyway, this is Quintet War. So for Royal Paladin this time, it was the first Quintet War to actually be shown in the anime, where Korin block hex device mode activate to block Kamui's attack and reverse him. Poor Kamui, always dying to Quintet Wars. Anyway, yeah, this is the RP version, so Counter Blast 1, Superior Call top 5 when this card put in the Garden Circle, and it's Sentinel too, so you kind of have to balance it between running this and Perfect Guards. 2-2 is okay, 3-1 is also fine, I suppose. Or you could play 4, like most people in the anime do now. Okay, so this is done. So the foils that we have is Quintet War, Miranda, the Break Rifle Murakumo, Dauntless Drive Reverse, Ignition, Minerva, and the Perfect Guard for Musketeers. Well, this is Lifter from Drop and Lifter, so signing off.